Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I am going to play with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And this is the sketch from Judith Garcia. And I'm also playing with my counterfeit kit challenge. So we're going to get started right away here. And so I picked out all of these photos. There's a ton of them, of my daughter's grade 9 commencement. This is a couple years ago when we got pictures of her lovely teachers. And the ceremony. So just looking at some of the papers. Sometimes I take this part out for you and pick my papers and then get started right away. This time we're looking at the papers. So I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to go with this. I did know I wanted something maybe a little geometric for that middle part. And I wasn't sure if I was going to go plain on the corners or not. I'm going to stretch this into a double page layout. So I'm looking at something that I can do for in behind. So those two there are maybe. I'm not super keen on the flowers there, but this is what I've got so far. And so I was thinking, maybe I put them out to see, but I'm not entirely sure. It goes okay with the left side photos, but I don't really like it for the right. I did cut off the labels from that cut apart. That is way too busy. I like this, and the sage flower is okay, and I have 2 of those, so that would work. And then this is a little busy for what I want. So I'm just, okay. This could work, I think. I don't know. It's a little dark. Decided no on those. And then I flipped it over and went, oh, this is kind of cool. So it kind of plays on I like the texture. It plays on the texture part of things. And it's neutral. So when we look at the photos, there's only her one teacher that's in pink and everybody else is in neutral colors, including my kiddo. We got a little bit of blue for the locker in the background, but everything else is neutral. So I thought maybe doing that neutral on that background. And then I'm like, yep, this butterflies is pretty cute. And there's a tiny bit of pink. And I'm looking at the cutter parts going, but I like these cutter parts, but I really like this paper. I wish I had 2 of them. So I think it's a pink fresh one, looking at that symbol down there. And I got it in probably a hip kit club. Oh, that was hard to say. And so then I'm going to tear the corners. And so I'm going to mimic the upper and lower corners on the sketch this way, but I'm going to be strategic because there's a couple of cards that I could save if I'm really careful. So that's what I'm going to do. I do have another page that I can make that is a celebration of learning page for my kiddo's grade 9 year. So I do have that one picture. And so that one's at the top of my screen there. And so that this piece that I'm going to take off now, I can use for that. And I wanted maybe that butterfly card for that page too, which I haven't done yet. And then I'm going to cut these down right away. So it's just a branding strip because everything else is proper size. And these papers, I'm pretty sure I got from Studio Calico. So I got the kit twice because they only ever gave one piece of paper. And I got it when they were clearing out their scrapbook stuff because they don't do scrapbook stuff anymore, which is sad, which I've said a couple times already. And so because it's a double page layout, I'm going to tape these together, and my washi is right there, but I didn't see my washi. So I used these low tack mint tape, which is not the best way to use it, but whatever. It was what was there, and I didn't want to go searching. But I can actually see it on my upper right of my screen. That's okay. And I'm going to get these corners down right away. So I'm stretching out the middle part of the layout, or the sketch. And so I was thinking the 3 pictures of the ceremony together, and then the 3 pictures of her teachers together which are not quite all of her teachers for her grade 9 year, but the one that is kneeling for a teacher taught her in grade 2 and grade 9. And then the one in front of the lockers, he taught her in 6, 7, and 9. And then the lady in below taught her in 4, 5, and part of 6. So, and 8, I guess. So, so the 3 teachers on the right side right now really have a wonderful relationship with my kiddo. They're also were my colleagues for many years too, so that really helps. And then on the ceremony side, we do when I was at the school, during the ceremony, they had a teacher speak to each of the students that watched across the stage to get their, yay, you finished grade 9 and you're off to high school. And so the one lady that taught her grade 8 wasn't with that same program anymore. I wasn't with the same program at this point either. But she made a special request to come talk about my kiddo. So that was pretty special. And then the lady in the pink was her art and social studies teacher for part of the grade 9 year. And so she wanted to talk about my kiddo too. So she actually had 2 people instead of one person talk about her, which is pretty special to begin with. So that was fun. And so as I've been rambling on about who these people are, I switched the side because I just didn't like the way that it was situating for the people, their teachers on the right side. So I've just switched it around. And I cut down the photos of the ceremony a little bit smaller because you only have to see that the 2 ladies are talking, and not the awkward stance of my kiddo. And then I looked at these 49 and Market Autumn Spice, I think they're called. And I pulled out some of them. I thought this pink and that teal might work, but the border, I don't have 2 of them. So I was thinking about how to make it work across both pages, and I just didn't really. I was like, meh, not gonna work. And I think the pink is just a little too bright for what I wanted, but I'm going with picking these pieces out to start with. And I'm like, I could cut that. I pulled those ones out and was like, meh, not really with the feel I want to go for. And so now I'm looking in my basket of kit club stuff and just pulling like my challenge kit from embellishments, and I pulled out all of this. So I didn't make you watch it because I do it off screen mostly when I have that bin. But I did pull out this Simple Story sticker book, and these flowers match more of what I want to go with. And I'm just pulling off the backing sheet on it so I can put this back and forth a little bit. So I thought maybe this one here, but I'm not quite ready to commit to this one. So I'm going to pull the rest of the backing off. I'm just going to stick this here, look through and see if there's other stuff that I can go with on this page. And I'm looking and I'm going, yeah, those colors definitely go really well together. I have all these butterflies, have more flowers, I have that camera. So I'm like, yeah, definitely going to go with the sticker book. So I'm just going to put all of the 49 Market away. And then I decided to back my photos all in black. So I was just debating for a second, but I'm definitely going to do that. Just going to measure this. Most of them are the same size except for the 2 smaller one. So I'm just double checking on what I cut them down to. I'm just going to do a little bit around each of them. And so that's all done. I did make you watch that today because this is a little bit of a longer video to begin with. And so I'm going, yep, that works. And I do like that a whole lot more. So just going to get the photos on right away, and I'm going to use my T-square because it ends up being a bit of a grid layout instead of just one photo. There's going to get lots on here. So, and the one photo on the sketch is lined up on the right side of the page. And so I'm still going to put it on the right side of this page, but I'm extending it across to the other page. And that gentleman that is squatting or kneeling beside my kiddo kneeled because when he taught the kids grade 2, that's how he stood with all of the kiddos. I don't actually have a picture of him kneeling, but he did that for every kid that he taught grade 2 to, just in case they had both photos. So I did not do both photos, but when she started at her program in grade 2, there would have been no way I would have been able to take a photo of her with her teacher. So she's come a long way. Yep, love her. So just getting this one down, trying to decide if I want the same distance between what I did the upper and lower photo, or if I want it a little bit closer. And I did decide to make that spacing even to what the vertical spacing between the two photos are, if that made sense. Then I was thinking maybe labels there, but put them off to the side, and then probably forgot that I had labels here in a minute. So that's okay. And then just move my page over a little bit because I do have a whole pile of stuff on part of my page. And so to get that balance, kind of needs to see more of it. I think this one says enjoy every moment. And then I'm going to put this one on, which makes this whole page done. And so I thought maybe the labels could go here and there, but spoiler alert, they don't stay. And then I was not quite liking the way that those photos were set up. So I was thinking if I could extend it out this way, it fills up some of that room, but I don't really need 3 of those. And then I went to try and pull this sticker up because it doesn't really work hanging out there anymore, and it's not going to come up. So I didn't want to wreck the sticker, and so it's not going to happen. And so I'm thinking about this side piece, and I'm like, I could put my title along here and it could be really big. So I'm just kind of looking, and then I decide, maybe I should get this stuck down because I hadn't stuck these ones down yet. And I have committed for them to go there. So I'm just trying to make them a little balanced. And just looking, thinking, is that what I really want to do? I don't know. Let's play with some other stuff for a second. I was looking at this for maybe using that alpha, and I decided nope. Just looking to see if there's anything else I can use for a title or flowers, that kind of thing. And I know this spacing is like really, there's a lot of space there. So I do want to incorporate some more on that upper corner. And again, pulling off that backing so that when I pull stickers off, I can put them back easily. Then I decide, hey, this camera might work well. And so I'm going to put it on this piece of plastic just so I can move it around a little bit, and just kind of taking a look. This one says so special. It's going to get put on here, kind of where I just was looking at it, but I still haven't put those stickers or those photos down. So just looking at the last little bits I have. This one has some Easter stuff in it, so I do have a spot where I'm putting my Easter stuff so I can use some of it up, because I'm going to do some Easter layouts. One for tomorrow, actually. And then the camera's going to go over here. Still playing around with those pictures. It's funny. Just put them down. Just thinking about if there's other parts that I want to use. And I thought the roses were a little too different, but good enough. We're not going to use those ones, but we are going to use some of the gold on the stickers. And then I want this offset a little bit because the bottom photos are not the same size. Finally getting these on. I did want it to overlap just a little bit, but I wanted to show that Mateo wore boots. So you can kind of see them in some of the pictures, but not all. So I wanted that to show. And the camera's going to go here, and it's going to anchor my title, which is going to be Remember This. And that fills up that space a whole lot better. That I'm happy with. And then going to put some of these hearts. I'm going to sprinkle them all over the place just to bring that gold to all the different clusters I have going on. And then back to the sticker book. And I am going to use a bunch of these butterflies to help build out things. So the blue and the pink work really well. This yellow, I wanted to balance the yellow on the other side. So it's going to go right there between the pictures. Another bluey teal one. And then this So Special is going to get slid right there. This one says Celebrate This, or Celebrate. And it has a little butterfly on it, so I thought that worked well. And they're kind of holding the space for where the tags are in the sketch. Then I put the pink one down. I was going to put the pink one on the top so that it was not directly in line with the pink butterfly. And I forgot, but remembered quite quickly and pulled it up. So at least it didn't stick too bad. And then I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to use it on the bottom corner, the bottom left corner here. So I'm going to put this blue on and then this pink, and it also has a little bit of yellow there. I could have used the other little bit of yellow, but I didn't, so that's okay. And then I'm going to just sprinkle some more hearts around. The big one's going to go there. And a few more, just to build up some of these clusters just a little bit. And then I decided that these corners needed just a little bit of something. They were a little plain. In the sketch, her corners have, I think it's stamping or stenciling, something there. So I brought out this pink sparkly ribbon, and I'm just going to slide it underneath these corners, and it just brings that pink to one more spot on the page, and I think it adds just a little bit of something more to it. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue underneath and get it where I want it. I'll fold this over and a little bit of glue, and then for it to stay, I'm just going to use the back tape that I did have on here to keep those pages together while I was designing. And so it's just going to it won't stay there for very long, but just long enough so that that ribbon glues in place, and then I don't have to worry about it. And so I'm going to slide it underneath on this side as well. And this side gets just a little bit wider piece, and I'm okay with that. And again, just folding this stuff over on the in behind. And put my lid on my glue, which I don't always remember to do. And then I was like, oh, I should glue this corner down because I pulled it up. And I think that's pretty close. Yeah, that is it. So here are some closer ups. I'm just going to pull it in. I haven't figured out how to move the photos in for like a zoom movement in the stills yet. So I'm going to do it this way for a moment. And then there'll be some stills to follow. If you enjoyed my video today, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, I would love it if you join me here regularly. And here's some close-ups. Look at how pretty those are. Oh, it's such a pretty page. Thank you so much for watching. There is a subscribe button here, and there's a playlist and another video if you want to watch. Thanks so much. Have a great day.